I'm Hannah King from Central High School.
And I'm Nick DeHoyos from Lakeview High School. Welcome to SAISD News.
We have a lot of great things to report about. But first, we'd like to congratulate the Central and Lakeview boys and girls soccer teams on making it to the playoffs this year.
The Central boys soccer team played their first round game in Abilene, but they took time to stop by McGill Elementary for a very special send-off before they left. McGill students showed their support for the team by wearing orange and blue and displaying posters they had made for each player on the team.
Each class took a different player, and that left every single class, even our PPCD classes and our pre-K classes, each class had a team, had a player, and they also got to do one for each coach. I just wanted to give them a boost and let them know that we're behind them, and just to send our support to them.
Students at Fort Concho Elementary have been learning in a very unique and fun way through a combination of science and dance as part of the San Angelo Civic Ballet's outreach program.
The purpose of the outreach program is to expose students to the arts while making learning fun. The program integrates the arts into what students are already learning by adding motion, dance, and music. The hope is that the students will have a valuable experience with the arts and that teachers will get ideas for integrating art into their classrooms. Cami Wardle from the Civic Ballet explains a little bit more about how the process works.
We just start with the subject. Today, for example, you were watching us do potential and kinetic energy, and so we just look for what could we actually do, what could we move with our bodies, instead of just sitting and talking about what could we actually try. And we just build from there. I take the dance principles that I know and try and overlap those with the academic principles that the teachers are trying to teach, and so we try to make sure that it's really balanced. It's not too dancey and it's not all academics, but that they really support each other.
Cami said that the response from students has been very positive.
I have to say, I was so nervous. The class you just watched was all 5th grade boys, and I've never been to a class of all boys and 5th grade. They start to think that, maybe dance isn't going to be cool for me, and I have never taken it into a group that hasn't enjoyed it. Every group, boys and girls, have just been so excited, and I think it's just because they are creative, they're naturally creative, and they like to move, and it's fun for them to know that they're learning, but it doesn't feel like learning, it's fun.
Students at San Jacinto Elementary were also recently exposed to the arts when a guest musician visited their school.
Paul Finley is a professional musician and a graduate of the Wisconsin Conservatory of Music. Paul was in town through a grant made possible by the San Angelo Cultural Affairs Council. In addition to several free public performances, he also toured elementary schools where he spoke to students about music. While at San Jacinto Elementary, Paul demonstrated different instruments and styles of music, and also got the students involved in the program. Paul said that his goal was to show students what music can do.
It's a real privilege to go in and see all these bright, shining young faces and share with them music, all these different things that I like and are intriguing and that really interest me with music. I'm able to share that with them and also kind of perk their imaginations or their ideas so that they can see, aha, I see what he's talking about, so they can understand it. I just don't want to do something that I think is cool and then have them learn it or just be exposed to it. I want them to also be aware of what music can do, and it's so much more than what you first think. So I'm trying to, again, bring about this awareness and something that, like I say, can kind of turn the light bulb on where they're like, huh, I didn't know music could do that.
Hannah, on our last episode, you told us about the upcoming open house at Central High School. How did that turn out?
It was great. Members of the community came out to tour our new Tucker and Kelton halls. Tucker Hall, which serves as a new front entrance to the campus, is home to all of the school's science labs and foreign language classes, as well as the school's administrative offices. Kelton Hall houses the school's ag and building maintenance classes. Both buildings were built as a result of the 2008 bond election, which is enabling renovations at many SAISD schools. Principal Bill Waters talked about the benefit provided by the new science labs found in Tucker Hall.
We saw a renovation not too long ago for Schweitzer Hall, which was our science building. but there's nothing can compare to what we have in here. We have the space for both a classroom and a lab in a number of our classrooms. We have only a few that share a lab, but they have a whole lab to themselves. The technology is state-of-the-art, the facility is state-of-the-art. There's emergency features set in for the labs. You know, everything you want for a science lab was put into this building for the teachers. Every 2 classrooms share a storage/chemical area, and so that's just phenomenal. So everything's at our fingertips, and it's so wonderful to have everything right there instead of having to go to a storage room down the hall or to borrow something from a teacher. Everything's right there, and the science teachers have everything they need, from all the technology to all the science ware that they've wanted.
Well, that does it for this episode of SAISD News. We'll be back in a couple of weeks with a lot more great things happening around the district.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you then. Bye.